about pawn, talk about self-love, talk about tantra as a child. Child, don't carry a book. Child, don't carry any vision that this is right and wrong that we taught that we gave to the child, and child has no suppression. And suddenly that child become 11 or 12. Let's come from that point of view. That child is playing, child is enjoying as the nature has to be. Child don't know what sex is. Let's start the journey from there, then we can reach something. Are you ready for the journey?
Yes.
So we are starting from the point when I born, and then suddenly reaching to the life, I become 12 or 13 or 14. Whenever I felt something is happening in me. Let's start the journey from there. And I don't know what it is. And a search start what it is. So that search comes from there. And as that child, if we see, child always observe what is happening around me. Isn't it? How we behave in society, we behave as we see who? Our parents, our elders, our friends, our colleague, or nowadays, internet. So we behave as we see. Now that child suddenly coming up and just frightened by something which is happening inside and looking for the answers. Where he will look or where she will look. Because there is no right education exists on this. And nobody wants to talk about it. And moreover, it is a sin, which we all do. So in a way, we all are production of our elders' sin. They have sinned so much that earth is filled with 7 billion sins, a billion sins. So a child who is growing, finding the answer and looking for the answer, and what a child found. We all know that. I'm just trying to get there. What a child found? In which way? So mostly when he go to the friend, what friend say? Let's see. So magazine, so the movies. The question is not that it is good or bad. The question is this, that what is so beautiful, what is so amazing that it is the base of the life, how it take a shape of form. How it take the shape of a pawn. So, who is giving the shape of a pawn? Why take the shape of a pawn? Who give it a the shape of a pawn.
Human body.
You can say that. You can say that.
Social conditioning.
Social conditioning. Okay, let me bring one example for you here right now, then you will understand. Everybody know about Freud? Freud has worked a lot on sex, isn't it? According to him, every problem related to what? Freud was in a garden with her wife and with his child. Sorry, with his wife and child. Sometimes his and her, forgive me, I am again. He or she, sometimes doesn't matter. So the child is there, and after a time, child is not there. And they are in that garden for 3-4 hours, and now the time is to go. And they could not find a child. So Freud asked the wife, did you stop the child to go somewhere? The wife said, yeah, I said to him, don't go to the fountain. Freud said, if your son has intellect and is really good, 99% chances are we will find that on the fountain. And if he's really dumb, then we can't find him on the fountain. So they went there, and the child was there. What we learn from this incident?
We are drawn to the forbidden. Yeah.
And sex is forbidden. Is it? And I have experience from life. You know, I was in the garden, in one garden, and giving the water to the plants. And I tried to stop the flow. I could not stop the flow, but flow was taking very distortion way to come out. It is nature, isn't it? It is nature. If you try to press something, you can't press it because it's natural. The flow is there. What will happen? It will come from here, it will come from here, and it comes from here. So if I try to stop something, which in psychological language we say we suppress something, we suppress it. Oh no, this is not. It will take a different shape, and that shape actually is needed now. Otherwise, so much flow, it will create trouble there. And that's why Freud said, every problem related to sex. In a way, he is right, in a way. So the pawn is the need of repressive society. Otherwise, there is no way to go anywhere. And it is psychological study has said that person who repress the sexual energy will be the most violent person. Because that's, if you repress this, don't give it any shape, it will take another turn. Anger will be there. Violence will be there. And community which are more suppressive in this are the more violent ones.
Question though. How do you explain the brahmacharis and the nuns?
We will come there.
Okay.
Let's the child grow a little. We are still on the child finding out.
He hasn't gone to the monastery yet.
So to me, I will say porn is not bad. And and the need to see the porn has to be there. But I'm not saying it is ultimate. It is a very distortion view of my own life. Now that child who is growing with this suppression, not any right education, and he don't see that anywhere somebody is talking about it, not the parents, not the friends, and it exists like it does not exist. It's like a ghost. It exists, but it does not exist. And one thing we have understood, which we all will be agree, and forgive me for saying that, love is just a talk. Child don't see it happening in the parents. We know the reality, we no need to say about it. That child who is growing and absorbing the thing, seeing everything is actually ugly around me. People are fighting. People are trying to have the thing from each other. Everybody is tense, stressed. Everyone is confused. So what that child is learning? What child sees? So it means every child is coming like that. And in that way, he found a platform. Now, why that platform is needed, there is a one point of view. The society from the centuries is hiding something. And what are these clothes? Please, when I'm saying that we have to open without a book, we have to open without the opinion around us, we see clear and together. It is beautiful to wear clothes. I'm not against it, I'm saying. But why I need to cover myself?
Ashamed of ourselves.
Imagine all the dogs and the cat you see in the clothes. And what will happen when the clothes take the cloth out? Everybody will feel sexual, isn't it? Imagine all the dogs and animals are covered in clothes. And whenever animal taking the cloth out, they honor what it will feel.
It's like the aborigines.
As a human, I want to see the naked body. Yes or no? As it is very natural. Why it is needed? Because of I am covering it all the time. There are aboriginals, there are societies, they live naked. And if you go there and show them the naked posture, will they be interested? No. So it means one is I am covering something, hiding something, and naturally curiosity is there because as a child I am not familiar with the body. So what that person will see? Porn. But actually want to see the naked body. Men want to see the naked body of a woman. Women want to see the naked body of a man. Because it has been something exotic. Because of what? Because of hiding. Anything we want to make it really popular, hide it. And there will be demand. So the rule is what? Demand and supply. Less demand, more consumer. So now, that wish to see is taking a different shape because nobody give me right education what to do. And so much walls between men and women. So if we see in some primitive societies, they open everything, even from the chest, but they hide this. So it means this much porn exists. So where there is a hiding, there will be porn. So it means it is the need of suppressive society. Otherwise, people will go mad actually. But can I ask myself, one thing is that a child is growing who is in need of that. Why adult person who have seen the body, who is enjoying sex, still see porn? Why grown-up man, a child understood, who is not getting any education, not getting any way, but a married man, a married woman, person who have gone through 10 partners, still seeing the porn? Why?
Extreme desires.
Just trying to feel alive.
Try to feel alive through something which is not alive. You're right, my dear. But it means, can we say the person is not fulfilled yet? Satisfaction has not come. Now, why a person who have gone through 5 years of sex, 6 years of sex, still not satisfied? The whole life goes on and the person is not satisfied.
Not only the physical need, but the emotional need as well. It's not really what is done physically, it's not really the emotional need as well.
So, do we think porn fulfill emotional need?
That's why it exists short term, that's why it's short term, it's short term. It's short
See,
term.
if we see,
It
we will come to that. Something on the screen which is not real, humping and pumping, and such a distorted way, fulfill emotional need, it means sickness exists in the mind. But why that sickness is there now? We are really reaching to that point because a teenager is watching understood that he is trying to figure out some answer, have not any sexual experience. But reality come, nowadays, almost every teenager, if we really see the statistics, almost 14, 15, a girl, a guy goes through sex and have good sexual relation. Now, after having that also still a need to see the porn.
Because now we live in a world of instant gratification. So porn provides instant stimulation. The real thing takes time.
Instant stimulation in the brain,
In a yes.
not on the right corner. And this lead to, the latest studies say that it leads to impotency. That person will not able to go with any man or woman who is addicted to the porn. That will be another problem then. Because what is happening, there is an internet, there is, now let's see the whole scene. I'm bringing you a whole scene. There is a screen, there is a person, there is a button, and then it's going on, clicking on, stimulating in the brain, and breath is fast and heartbeat is fast. And that's why the psychologists say in this century, people use left hand for other work, because right hand is on the mouse. Now, what this person is missing? Touch, connection, senses, interaction, a hug. Now, a person who is really addicted to this whole idea, and when he or she will enter into this, actually it will not make any sense. Because to the person, it will be another screen. So in a way, we know it is not wrong. It is the need. And I have to accept it as the society need. But to grow in that, I have to think that. So we understood. Now I'm coming to another point. Please stay with me, because now the child is going to be adult. Now this child who is seeing this porn, seeing this whole idea around it, man or a woman now connecting to a man and a woman out. How they will connect? What will be their expectation? What they are looking for? Actually, they are looking for what they have seen on the screen. Is it possible to find that? What they see on the screen? Or in a real person? It has been said by some psychologists, men are fooled by the porns about the women, and women are born fooled by the romantic movies about the guys. We all making you fool. Women will keep looking that, and men will keep looking that, and there will be no match anywhere. Because why? They are not looking with them. They are looking through some ideas. They are not looking for reality. They are looking for the ideas given by others. And I am saying here, let's get out from others. Others are what? Book, society, media, movie. Because they are giving me, they are shaping me. A man must be like that and a woman must be like that. Can we get out of it? No distortion view. Then there is a chance to connect with the real. Now, again, we are coming back to the story that a child who is seeing the porn and all this view of a woman who is like this, who is like humping and pumping and jumping and trying all that, and a man who is enormous, gignatic kind of a guy and like that and forcing. Now they have ideas. And they are having sex and it is not like that. It is not good. I did not think it must be. So are they really in the act? Or they are fulfilling their own fantasies in the mind? So nobody is with the person. Nobody is seeing the reality. Everybody is seeing what? The screen. is now, please let me know when I have to stop because sometimes I don't know about the time.
It's okay, 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 15, 10, 10, 10.
10 minutes I have to stop.
10. 10 becomes a good timing.
Because then I have to bring it fast. I have to hit the person
Fast
over.
forward.
10 for 15.
Now,
One last three times.
please be aware about what the word I'm going to say then. In that relation which is coming out from born and looking for all the aspect, any chances to grow love? Please, don't give any answer, just look into it. Any chances that love can grow? I am trying to prove myself to someone through sex. I am trying to show that what I have, let me tell you, from the both sides, men and women. I am trying to show myself what I know. She is trying to show herself what she knows. And both are trying to prove something. Are they really in that? Is there is any chances to grow love in that environment? Sorry, no. And without love, there is no fulfillment. That's why married, unmarried, 10 year, 20 year, still born is so much appealing, because sex is not fulfilling. Without love. And the psychological sex called sexuality. Masturbation by the mind. And sexuality, sorry, according to a tantric, is a fever. You need to get some medicine. Sexuality is not the right thing. Imagine you are hungry 24 hours. Is it a good thing? Or you have your food and then you are free from it. Or you are fantasizing about the food, having picture in your phone about the food, my God, having picture in your phone like food, it means the person has sickness. According to a tantric, now I am coming to jump into the tantric. Sexuality is a fever. From sexuality, I need to come to sex. Sexuality is here. Sex is here. They have a different place. Problem happens, this come here and this goes there. Now, first sexuality has to come to sex. And then love. In Tantra, there are centers in the body, but 3 centers are very important. As she has 10 minutes now, so I'm growing old now.
You're doing well. Thank you.
So, according to yoga and tantra, now let's come there. Yoga and tantras are the sister sciences of India. Sister sciences of India mean they connect to each other. According to the both of sciences, 3 centers are very important. What are those? One is sexual, second is heart, love, and third center is prayer or meditation. It is beautiful to be here. We are born like that. But that is like seed is dying as a seed. Now there are two views about this energy. In some society they repress it, and some society they express it. Now, one person thinking about sex having the whole idea of no. And another society, when they look at sex, they are trying how to get more pleasure out of it. So there is fear and there is a greed. Is it the right view to see towards sex? There are people, sex, alright, open, very good. It is beautiful, I am not against it. And there are people who sex, alright, defense is there. Is it right attitude? Having fear or greed around it? A tantric point of view towards sex is as a scientist. Not fear, not greed. Let me see what it is. Because I have never seen it totally. Either it happened, I am shaking and jumping and humping and finished. But if there is any chance, according to a tantric, that I can really, when it is approaching me, I can have an attitude of scientist to find out what it is. I'm trying to open that attitude here. When I'm with a partner, is it possible that I am with it, but I am really finding out what it is? Because it comes and it goes, isn't it? Nobody can be 24-hour erection. It comes, it goes. So which comes and goes, is it me? Or it is my expression? Expression. So I see something, something happened, and after a time it is gone, and I think I know sex. Like it is like that. Just stay with me to hear it. I on the button and electricity is on. I off the button, electricity is off, and I say I am an electrician. Out of somewhere, as a man, a woman comes in front of me and I am on. Something happened, it is off, or if she is gone, it is off. Or imagine a state, even everything is all right, you are in the home and suddenly someone says there is a fire in the house. What will happen? It will shut down. So, something unconsciously happening within me, is it possible I can really figure it out what it is? Can I take that challenge? Rather than repression, rather than expression, is it possible to have a direct look without thinking it is bad, without thinking is it wrong, without thinking is it right, without thinking I should be or I should not be, having all the point of view of books and other people out, let me face to face with my sex. What will happen then according to Tantra? The moment you encounter it, it transforms. Seed transform into branches. That sex which you are front of you, like if you close your eyes and you can see within you, it is flavoring, it's happening, and you are enjoying it with your partner, you are not, but inside of you is really finding out as a scientist what it is. In that moment, that seed transforms into branches. That energy move higher. It becomes love. I like when Roselle said, she said beautifully, birds, branches, flowers. I like that a lot. As sexuality we know is birds. But now Tantra is coming there to explore within what it is. And when it has come to the heart, it takes the shape of love. But that is a transformation, and it takes a really total effort. And that effort only that person can do who has seen that whatever I have done, I am still a beggar. Whatever I have done, I am still begging. Isn't it? I am still begging someone. Someone. I am not saying it is bad. No. It is the need. But imagine a person who has come to the heart center, because here center is demand. Give me, give me, give me. I'm sure that you have experience in your life when you give something to someone. What kind of feelings are there? What are those feelings? When you give a food to a beggar, when you give clothes to someone who is needy, when you just share something without any expectation, what kind of taste is that? Isn't it fulfilling? Now imagine I am sharing myself with someone. That is the best sharing, you can call it sex. I share myself with someone. Is it possible we can teach this attitude to the kids?
Absolutely yes.
Is it possible I can tell them about sex? It is beautiful sharing of two humans. There is nothing ugly around. A kid can be trained like that because kids will pick up whatever they see. Now a child is, when it is ready and people are conditioning and they are seeing, it is with someone whom you really feel in your heart. But heart has no chance to flower. So Tantra say, what you can do, how to build it now. The question comes here. It's okay, time has passed, things has happened, how it has happened, I can do something right now. What I can do? Let me sit with my partner today. Let me look eye to eye direct, because nobody look eye to eye. Everybody 3 seconds and here, 3 seconds and here, because reality comes up. Sit with the partner, look eye to eye. And is it possible that I can bow down to my partner? Thank you for sharing yourself with me. Now there are chances in that sharing that sexuality can grow to love. Is it possible I can get out of all that idea? It is beautiful. Porn has been done, it's beautiful. But is it possible I can come from birds to branches? It means in tantric language we say possible to see the life energy or God in your partner, and when they both sit together they really go down and this love take a jump. This love take a jump when they enter into the sexual act as they are entering into the prayer. That is Tantra prayer. And the symbol of that, they say yoni and lingam. When a lingam and yoni meet, can I feel that really as I am in the temple? Then that sexuality becomes divine. And that is the freedom. Without that, there is no freedom, there is no fulfillment. It will be just a use and throw thing to me. Either it is a man or either it is a woman. I use it and I throw it, and I am not fulfilled. No possibility. Only possibility is when this act become prayer. That is tantric attitude towards the pond. Isn't it self-love too? Because I feel nourished. Why I feel nourished? Because I have to see the nature. If I want to understand myself, which has been so complicated right now, psychologists are trying from centuries, people are defining in the books, and nobody finding the answer anywhere. To a yogi, now I'm coming to a yogi approach, yogi look for the answer in the nature. And if I want to the ultimate answer, I have to look around me. Okay, let's see one point. When a tree is ripe and the fruit is there, what that tree does? Sharing. Look at the nature. Sun is sharing what? Light. Moon is sharing what? Are they taking anything from us? Trees are sharing. Mountains are sharing. But only one species forgot it. Whole nature enjoy because of sharing. But humans have forgotten it. So yogi said sharing. So it means this is the fruit, this sexual energy, if I have to call it sexual energy as a word, is the fruit of me. Can I see it as a sharing, as a prayer? That is Tantra. And for that, yoga postures were designed to do one thing, because there are backward bends. For what? Backward bend comes here. So a yogi can reach to the heart and then can reach to the top of the head. When the yogi is present, that is the entry to Tantra. Without presence, I will be there to use and throw. But when I have something that I am enjoying myself, in that moment I share myself. So my dear friends, sex, love, prayer. Porn, self-love, Tantra. So be more sharing in your life. That will automatically flower as love. And that love, don't stop there. Be with your partner and sing and dance and laugh and sit together, and that sexual will turn into prayer. And that is the freedom. thing last with that. Get out from the books, get out from the other opinions, get out from suppression, and get out from indulgence. Just awareness will help you. Thank you.